The concept of Dadirri is one thing that you need to know about the spiritual heart of Australian Indigenous or First Nations traditions. It is rooted in the timeless practice of deep listening. Many mystics and philosophers who have dwelled into practices of meditation, mindfulness, and silent contemplation have concluded that at their core, these practices are fundamentally the same. Did you know that they all center on being fully aware of the self and all experiences, leading to the gradual realization that essentially there is no separation between the self and the external world. This very profound sense of oneness is the ultimate aim of all wisdom traditions. And it is expressed as per the language and the culture of the era and everywhere in the world. The same holds true for the wisdom of our First Nations peoples. In a revolutionary reflection, 2021 Senior Australian of the Year, Auntie Dr. Miriam Rose Ungunmer highlights Dadirri, a deep inner listening and still awareness, as a unique and the greatest gift Aboriginal people can offer to all Australians. This practice of silent, attentive contemplation brings inner peace and healing. Auntie says, Dadirri recognizes the deep spring that is inside us. We call on it and it calls to us. There is no need for words. A big part of Dadirri is listening. Each Aboriginal language has a term for such deep, quiet listening or being aware, carrying its own unique significance. Indian sage Ramana Maharshi, known for his teachings on self-inquiry, says, remaining silent is wisdom. To remain silent means to absorb the mind in the self, the source of awareness. This state is imbued with wisdom. Auntie Miriam Rose says the contemplative practice of Dadirri touches every part of our lives, bringing renewal and peace, making us feel whole again. From our earliest days, we learn to listen. Living good and useful lives depend on it. We learn not by asking questions, but by watching, listening, waiting, and then acting, all with open awareness. This way of listening and living has been passed down through our people for over 40,000 years. There is no need for deep reflection or extensive thinking. Just being aware is enough. Dadirri is both a noun and a verb, transcending both to embody a state of active and passive meditation. It signifies a state of simply being, just being in the absence of experiences or in the presence of experiences, akin to Zen and what Christian mystics call the presence of God. So how does indigenous spirituality connect with the wisdom of other global traditions? You might be surprised at just how closely aligned they are. In Zen Buddhism, the term Zen is derived from Sanskrit word dhyana, which refers to a state of ever-present awareness. Zen, and essentially all religions of the world, place a strong emphasis on knowing the nature of reality in all experiences and effortlessly maintaining awareness of this truth. Because of the simplicity of this essential practice, it is often missed, misunderstood, or made overly complicated in our current world culture. Dōgen, the founder of Soto Zen, was driven by a profound question in his youth. If the Buddha asserts that we are already enlightened, why engage in spiritual practice? Dōgen's revelation was that the act of practicing is itself an expression of enlightenment. This led to the central practice of Soto Zen called Shikantaza, or just sitting. In this practice, there is no focus or concentration of mind or breath counting. One simply sits. Dōgen famously stated, "You cannot get it wrong." Soto Zen is recognized as a school of gradual enlightenment, where over time practitioners come to realize their innate Buddha nature. Shikantaza, Dadirri, or Zen and Dhyana are essentially and experientially the same. There is a common perception that meditation and other spiritual endeavors are complex. But in reality, they are some of the simplest activities humans can engage in. Indian spiritual master Nisargadatta Maharaj, renowned for his non-dual philosophy, reflected on this simplicity. He says, "Keep silent, it will emerge. It will take you in. When the mind is quiet, it reflects reality. When the mind is completely still, it dissolves, leaving only reality. Pay attention to the reality within, and it will come to light. Keep remembering that you are neither the mind nor its thoughts. Practice this with patience and conviction, and you will eventually see yourself as the source of being." Similarly, German Catholic theologian, philosopher, and mystic Master Eckhart emphasized contemplation of the simple divine truth at the core of one's being, most intimate and ever present, rather than any specific methodology.